Okay, let's begin. Hope it's visible, the screen.
Yes.
Okay, yes. So, in the last class, we did the topic of air currents. Okay, and let's move forward now towards how land and ocean breeze is formed. Okay, now land and ocean breeze are formed because of hot temperature of Earth. What happens is now in the summers, the land breeze is more hot than the ocean breeze. Okay, in equatorial areas. What areas? The center areas. Okay? The arrows in red, that is the equatorial area. Okay. Now, land breeze rises above the land and the ocean breeze comes to take its place. This makes monsoon air take evaporated water with itself. This falls down as air in land areas. Ocean breeze rises up in winter and land breeze comes to take its place. Okay. In summers, land breeze is rising up. Okay. And the ocean breeze is coming to take its place. Okay. To make the land cooler. And in the winter, the ocean breeze rises up and the land breeze will go to take its place. Okay. That is the phenomenon of how land breeze and ocean breeze is formed because of like the land becomes more heated up in the summers. Okay, in the summers, the land at the equatorial region becomes more heated up, due to which the hot air rises up. Okay, then we are having water cycle and rain. Now, what happens? Water evaporates from ocean. This conversion of water into steam is known as evaporation, right? We know evaporation when water is evaporating, it's rising up. Okay, that is evaporation. Now, these vapors, the water rises up in evaporation in the form of water vapor. Okay, now these water vapor convert into water drops in sky and form clouds. Okay, these water vapor rises up and in the sky they become a cloud. Okay, and then from these clouds, water falls in the form of rain. Okay, and if it is very cold in the very cold regions, okay, it falls in the form of ice because it freezes because of the cold region around the cold atmosphere. It freezes and comes down in the form of ice. Okay, rain fills now when the rain is falling, it again fills the rivers, lakes, ponds, etc. with water on earth, and the water is provided to organisms that live on the land. Now, this water that falls into the river, ultimately when a river flows, when a river is flowing, where it falls, it goes and meets in an ocean. Okay, the river meets in an ocean, flows into an ocean. Okay, so in this way, water cycle keeps on going continuously. If you see the picture, okay, of the water rising up to become clouds. Then, when the cloud it has become
Can you make
clouds.
it a bit smaller because I can't see the full water cycle?
Now it's better.
Yeah, now it's fine.
Mama, are you sharing on your phone?
I'm sharing with a phone. Yes,
Oh,
yeah, because the tab is not connected today. Yes, so the water rising up in the form of vapor collects together to become a cloud. Then the cloud, when it becomes heavy, it pours in the form of rain. Okay, it pours in the form of rain. Then that water is again coming down. It's flowing, okay, in the form of a river and again joins the ocean. Again joins an ocean. Okay. Then from the ocean again the water is evaporating, forming the cloud. Then it becomes heavy. The rainfall happens. Then it again the water flows in an ocean. So there is a cycle that's going on. Okay, and this cycle that's going on here is known as a water cycle. Okay, any doubts still here?
No.
Yeah, ma'am, I have a question.
Yes.
Like, does the cloud the I mean, when the cloud gives rain, does it depend on the size of the cloud that, or does it
Does it
happen like after a certain period of time?
does it depend on the size of a cloud? It
No,
depends
no.
on the
So
heavy.
I was asking that the amount of water a cloud can hold, does it depend on the size of the cloud, या फिर less certain time period?
Um, some clouds are small, but still rain comes from them. Okay, like not that big. Okay, but it basically depends on the weight of the cloud. After the rain, water droplets get collected together in the cloud. The heavy, it becomes heavy. When it becomes heavy, the cloud is becoming heavy. It cannot contain all that water. Then the rainfall happens.
So I'm
Okay, it
asking
basically
the amount of water a cloud can hold, does it depend on its size or does it depend after a certain time period it has to give rain?
after a certain time period also. Okay, and a bit on the size also. Okay, bit on the size also, and like certain time period, so it takes. Okay, for the rainfall, the vapors to collect, and then for the rain to happen. Yes, it takes a certain time period. Okay, like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then we are having bad effects of flood and drought. Now, rain does not fall regularly on Earth, but sometimes in the season of rain, in the monsoon season, there is excess rain. Okay, that sometimes it can be that there is excess of rainfall, or sometimes it can be that there is deficient rainfall. Okay, that there is lesser rainfall than it should be. So when the rainfall is in excess, okay, when there is excessive rainfall, what happens? All the rivers overflow. Okay, all the rivers, oceans, lakes, they all full. They all get full. They all overflow. Okay. All the places also the land, the water gets collected. It keeps on getting collected because there rain keeps on falling every day, a lot of rainfall. So the water there is not that much time for the water to flow away, but it keeps on getting collected. Okay, so and then starts getting spread also on the land. Okay, sometimes it's the overflown water from the river or ocean. Sometimes it's the rainwater that's getting collected and then being spread out. That is what causes floods. Okay, excessive rainfall. When there is excessive rainfall, there is overflow of the water bodies causing a flood. Okay, but the opposite of it is when at times there is not excessive rainfall, not even the rainfall, the amount that we need. Okay. So that is deficient rainfall. When the rainfall is not taking place much, very less, very slight rainfall, that is deficient rainfall. So that condition, when the rainfall is not enough, when the rainfall is not sufficient, that's known as drought. Okay, a drought. What's a drought now? The land gets all dried up. Land will get all dried up. Crops will dry up. Okay, then water will dry up. Whatever water is there, that will also start getting dried up. Okay, so when everything starts getting dried up, the land, the crops, the water, the lakes, and everything, that condition, that scene is known as a drought. Okay, a drought or a famine. Now, both flood and drought cause great damage to life on Earth. Okay, both are harmful for any area, for the people, for any region, because if there is flood, then there is a destruction, there is drought, then again there is destruction. The crops and everything will spoil, will be spoiled. Okay, so both are harmful for us. All right, now we will talk about index question 8. Sorry, homework is index question 8.1. Okay, that's the homework for today. All right, please write it out. Text questions 18.1. Okay. Have you all seen a flood or a drought um, at your place in any point of time?
Not exactly a flood, but just that 3 days, like 4 5 days ago, I told you, right? All the roads were like flooded. So not exactly a flood, but it was like the cars were going like pretty deep inside the water and all that.
Mhm.
There was once a flood in Bangalore when I went to visit my grandparents there, and all the we were going on one bridge, and the river had risen, and there was a lot of water on the bridge also, and there was water entering the car through the bottom of the door.
Oh my, that I can imagine that situation because a similar kind of thing happened recently with my mom also. Like Ajmer, today, like this year only, there were heavy rainfalls, right? So when she goes for her job, they had to cross a bridge which has lakes on both the sides. Okay. Bridge,
I
road is made in the middle, and the lakes are on both sides. So water was flowing from here to there, in such a speed. And their vehicle had to pass through that. Okay. So that was some 2 or 2.5 feet water that was like flowing, and that was some dangerous situation that was created. Yes, yes, Mummy.
What types of clouds cause flood and which causes drought? Like because of
What
excess
kind of
rain or less rain.
what kind of clouds cause flood? Flood. See, the clouds are the same. Okay, there's no different types of clouds basically. But what causes floods is basically when there is too much rainfall, like the water is evaporating. Okay, that may be due to strong heating of the water body that a lot of vapor is rising and forming a lot of clouds. That's still a climatic condition that's taking place again, which will cause heavy rainfall. Okay, when too many clouds are collecting above, a lot of water vapor is collecting, it's bound to cause a lot of rainfall. Okay, then that is for the floods. Okay, then what about drought?
What I
Drought should be
meant was what kind of clouds will give too much rain or too less rain.
too less rain is when like what type of clouds? There isn't a particular type of clouds, Sunyan. Okay, just that some clouds are normal clouds which do not give rainfall. Okay, some clouds are rainfall causing clouds which becomes heavy due to excess of water vapor collecting in it. Okay, see, normally when you on a normal day you see white clouds. Okay, those clouds don't have water vapor, a lot of water vapor collected in them. Okay, the initial stage, the beginning of the clouds, those are. But then on the days you see black clouds surrounding, black clouds on rainy days and so. Those clouds are the ones which are filled with so much of water that they are just about in heavy clouds that they are about to rain. Okay, the water is about to fall from them. When floods happen, you are having those clouds which are blacks in color, heavy with water vapor, and that downpour will happen. Okay, how those clouds were made? Because a lot of evaporation of the water vapor took place, which created those clouds that leads to a flood. Okay, but drought, what happened? The sun rays are strong, very strong, very strong. So they dry up the water bodies. They dry up the lakes, they dry up the land. Okay. Now, when the lakes and all the water bodies is almost dried up, then how the evaporation will take place and how the cycle will be formed? It will be difficult. Okay. If all of it is dried up, okay, like evaporation takes place, yes, but if the sun rays is too strong, then the land and the water, the drying up will also happen to that. Okay, to your land, your crops, your water bodies. So if it's dried up, then the evaporation, the water cycle will stop. The water cycle stops, rainfall stops. Okay, rainfall will not happen. Rainfall will not happen. The thing, the land and everything keeps getting dried up, which will lead to a drought. Okay. Drought also leads to a lot of like harmful effects are there of drought. Like you will not get crops if drought happens in a particular place. All the crops will be burned up, right? Okay, so again, the scarcity of food can happen in drought places. This is common. Scarcity of food takes place in the drought areas. Scarcity of water can take place in drought regions because again drought is there, so it's dried up. The water is all dried up. Okay. So those things can happen. In flood, it's destroyed, like crops is destroyed. Harmful effects, if I talk about the living conditions of the people becomes desolate. It again is destroyed. Okay, the houses, the homes, the low-lying area homes, especially. Okay, the houses in the low-lying areas, they are all washed up, destroyed. Okay, so those are the harmful effects of the flood and the drought. Hope it's clear to you now what happened in flood, how floods take place, how drought happens because water cycle is not happening in drought. Hope it's clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So we are having 18.1 which you have to try out. Okay. Then we are having thunderstorm and cyclone. Now, some natural events they take the form of disasters. Okay? Some natural events, if they are happening at a huge level, if it's affecting a huge area, a huge mass of people, it will take a form of a disaster. Okay. Now, thunderstorm and cyclone are two such disasters. Okay. What happens? These emerges in tropical conditions. India also comes in tropical areas. We studied about tropical areas, right? In the when I was teaching about the zones, we talked about tropical regions. Okay, so the thunderstorm and the cyclones they mostly take place in the tropical areas. Okay, also basically they mostly happen when like near an ocean. Okay, the cyclone and all they happen in an ocean and then it affects the land. What happens now when cyclone is coming in an ocean? The nearby areas, the land nearby. I'll tell you the story. I think it's from the last year or last to last year. My cousin sister is living in Gujarat. Yes, you remember the time when a massive cyclone it was about to hit Gujarat. I think it was forming in the Arabian Sea that's close to the Gujarat region. Okay, so she sent a video to us that was like heavy winds. Okay, two heavy winds were blowing. The tree was swinging like whole way up and down, so bad, and so heavy rainfall. Okay, like heavy rainfall and heavy this thing, winds were blowing, and we were shocked. Like that was so massive, like the effects of it. That is the effect of a cyclone. When a cyclone is near to the near in an ocean that's near to a state or a city, a country, that the effect will happen on the place, okay, on the land. What happens? It comes with a heavy winds, with heavy rainfall. Okay, that is taking place. The cyclones. Okay, so heavy winds that it may blow up your house. Okay, it's like it may blow up the houses. It may blow away the trees. Okay, rainfall is massive. It causes floods if there is that heavy rainfall, and if it keep going on and going on, the rainfall, okay, it will cause floods also. So cyclone is there, okay, heavy rains is there, and flood is also caused as an effect of a cyclone. Okay, similarly with thunderstorm also, like a storm is coming, heavy storm, okay, heavy lightning will be there, heavy winds will be there again, heavy rainfall will be there, okay, all of them will be there in thunderstorm also. Okay, so that those are the effects, again, harmful effects of both of these disasters, okay, natural events that takes place. Okay. Now, any doubts from thunderstorm and cyclone?
No.
Okay. Air rises above due to
What's
heat.
the difference between thunderstorm and a normal storm?
What is the difference between a thunderstorm and a normal storm? Okay. I think the thunderstorm is accompanied by a lot of lightning phenomenon in the sky. Okay, and thunderstorm is a big, like a massive version of the disaster storm. Maybe small storms are there sometimes. It's funny, like in the monsoon season also we see small storms. Okay, but a
I think
thunderstorm
thunderstorms,
is,
man, they damage a lot, right? They destroy everything.
yes, they destroy everything. The damage is huge. Okay, they're accompanied by a lot of lightning and everything. Thunderstorm is more of a disaster, a big thing. Storms can be smaller. Okay, with like normal or minor damage, with minor damage. But the thunderstorms cause major damage to life and nature. Okay, that's basically the major difference. All right. Now, regions that are near the oceans and the seas, okay, they usually go through cyclones and thunderstorms and all more. Okay, because again, the ocean is near, and these takes place through the ocean. They form in an ocean or around an ocean region because of the current, ocean current. They form there basically, and then they affect those regions more. Okay, that are near those water bodies. Right. So, now, yes, air rises above due to heat. Few drops of water also rises with the air. Due to less temperature in the sky, these drops stick and form clouds. Clouds and air merge together to form charges, positive and negative charges. Okay. Now, this is an activity of making a charge. Okay. Please give it a read to this. Now, then we have preventive measures in a thunderstorm. What preventive measures should we take in a thunderstorm? An open place is not safe in thunderstorm. If you are in open place or forest during thunderstorm, then take shelter below a small tree. Okay, never take shelter below a large tree. Now, if we are in a thunderstorm, okay, the sky, there will be a lot of this thing, the lightning falling, okay, heavy rainfall and heavy winds. Okay, so it's like highly advised to stay indoors. Okay, to stay indoors. Like, we should not stay in an open space, an open place. Okay. Then, even like big trees, why is it suggesting to keep away from big trees? Because lightning will strike them first. Okay, lightning can strike the big trees first. Then, why also do not use a metal stick umbrella in the thunderstorm? Okay, so we because lightning strikes metals also quickly. They'll strike metals quick. Okay, so we should avoid metal sticks and all. Okay. Now, house or building is more safe than open air again. Taking a shelter in a house or building is safer. Open garage, storage house, and places with metal shades are not safe in thunderstorm because again lightning will fall on it. Okay. Metal sheet shades, like places which are having a metal ceiling. Okay. Those are or a tin ceiling. Those are all not good, not safe. Okay. Then do not touch telephone wire, electricity wire, or metal pipes in thunderstorm. We have to keep away from touching any electric things during a thunderstorm. Now, if you're traveling in thunderstorm, then close the doors and windows of the car or bus. Okay, these are the preventive measures that we can take if we are stuck in a thunderstorm. Okay, hope it's clear to you. Preventive measures.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay,
So
then
for a test on this, we'll have to memorize all the preventive measures, right?
yes, but memorization is like not really necessary if you understand it. Okay, like if you just understand that like you have to keep away from all the metal things, you have to take a shelter inside. Okay, because some preventive measures are there which are similar to in most of the disasters. That's taking a shelter inside, do not go in open places and all. You can just remember it and write in your own language. Okay. Okay. Yes. So also while writing the test, I highly suggest that you will write it in your own language. Okay. Like the answer you when you were learning it from the book, that's okay. But when you're writing in the test, please try to answer in your own words, okay, in your own language, because that will help you to understand the answer formation. Okay, that will help you to how in like how we can express the answer in our own words, how we can express it by ourselves. Okay, instead of writing the exact book language. Okay, you can also try writing things, add things in the answer from your own side. Okay, in your own words, in fact. All right, try that out too.
When you were saying write it in your own language, I was keeping on thinking like not in English, write it in some other language you were saying.
No, no, English only, because another language I don't know if I'll be able to check it. If you write it in Japanese, I won't be able to check it. Okay, so write it in English. Okay, but yeah, in your own words you can use freely. Okay, but just don't change the sense of the answer only. You don't change the meaning of what the sentence wants to say. Don't change the meaning, but yeah, you can write it in your own words. Okay. Also, please take care of word limit. Give examples when it's asked. When it even if it's not asked, try putting one, at least an example. Okay, at least an example. It shows that the student is having clarity on about the answer. Okay, so try putting an example of it. Okay, or when diagrams are required, you can. put diagrams and all. Okay.
Excuse me, now I have a question.
Yes, Anaya.
So, for example, if I'm doing a test and you have given a certain time limit, let's say like 1.5 hours or something, and maybe it's a little longer test, so I'm not able to finish in 1.5 hours. And if I take like
Mm-hmm.
5-10 minutes extra, is that
It's
fine?
fine.
Like I try mostly to finish it within the time limit, but sometimes on extreme cases, if I take 5 to 10 minutes extra, is
Mhm.
that all right?
Yes, if it's taking you 5-10 minutes extra, 15 minutes extra, it's all right. Okay. But you, what I suggest is keep a track of it every time that you are doing a test. Keep a track of how much time you are taking extra. Suppose in test of this week, I took 20 minutes extra, okay, above the time limit. So next week, I'll try to minimize that time. I'll try to not take 20 minutes, 25 minutes extra, but to minimize it to 10 minutes extra. Okay, I'll try to do it in time, but if extra time is being taken, if I need extra time, I'll try to only take it to 10 minutes extra. I have to
Okay.
keep that in mind. Then in the next test, I will try to finish it in time, but if I need extra, I'll only take 5 minutes extra. So that thing you have to keep reminding yourself, okay? That you don't have to like you have to minimize the extra time slowly, then you will be able to complete it in time. The speed practice it gives you. Why do we put a time limit? So that it can give you a practice of the speed to complete
Okay.
the test.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
Yes.
ma'am. And
Okay.
if
Diagrams I'll put in the group today. Okay. Of the electricity chapter, like after this class in the morning itself, today morning I'll put the diagrams of the 14th chapter in your group. Okay.
The electricity chapter is tomorrow, right?
Electricity chapter is tomorrow. Yes.
and maths test, ma'am, when will that be?
Math test. When will the math test be?
Yes, maths test.
After we finish the fifth chapter. Okay?
Okay. Okay. So the next test will be fifth chapter.
Fifth chapter. Yes.
Okay.
Next test will be fifth chapter. Probably this Friday, or if not this Friday, then next Tuesday.
Alright.
Okay? Yes. Anything else?
Um,
Yes, Abraham.
So in which is the homework in text questions 18.1 and 18.2, right?
Not two right now. Not two right now. But 18.1 is the home
Okay.
for today. Okay. 18.1. Yes. Yes, Abraham.
No.
Yes.
Like other classes, after sometimes I have classes towards the evening time, so is it okay if I cannot complete the test like exam and I'm not going to complete? Is it okay if I send the test a little late after those classes?
Is it okay if you submit a test a little late? Yes, Abraham, it's okay. If you're having other classes during the time of test, the time that you have free, you do the test as much as you are able to do in that free time. Note how much time it took you to complete that portion. Then you go for your next class. Then when you write the test again, then the remaining portion when you write, note what time it's taking you. Okay, then add together both the timings and see how much time it took you to complete the whole test. How much time extra it took you. Next time when you are doing the test, try to minimize that time little by okay, the extra time that it's taking you. And it's okay if you want to give the paper a bit late because you're having other classes. It's fine by me. Okay. But I need the test paper in 24 hours, okay, of sending the answer sheet. That please make sure of that, all of you, that within the 24 hours of sending the paper, I'll be needing the paper. Okay. If you're having other things like you're going out of station, unwell or something, just inform me. Okay. then I can consider. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? Yeah. Anything else?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
No. Okay. Okay. Then that's all
Are there
for
any
today.
tests other than the electricity chapter this week, or will it be there only next week?
Other than the electricity chapter this week, I'll let you know, Sanjan. It's on us finishing the maths chapter 5. Okay. If we finish it, today's today's Monday. So if you finish it by Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday, that's tomorrow, day after tomorrow, then I'll discuss it with you all in math class that if 2 day preparation time for the chapter is enough or not. Okay.
And ma'am,
Accordingly,
next week there is no test, right? Because it's holiday.
next week, from 28th, you guys are having holiday. Okay, so no tests during that time.
Okay.
Okay, 28th, yes, no tests during the holiday time. After the holidays, I think
And sister,
I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Yes, Abraham, can you repeat it? I cannot hear what you're saying.
to what date?
The holidays will start from 28th of October to 4th November. Okay. Okay, then we will stop here and I'll see you all in the next class. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.